They've been sitting for a little over 24 hours in there. And what I'm going to do is, here's a couple traps that I already had that already been spray painted and they're pretty good to go. I'm just going to spray them off and do a respray on them, spray paint on them. There's my scrubber that I got. I had to go out and buy a hose because we didn't have a hose here at the house, and I've been wanting to get one anyway. So this is pretty inexpensive hose from Walmart. This thing only cost me $1, and I think this hose was only $7 or $8. So I didn't spend a whole lot of money on it because I didn't want to. Alrighty, so I will pull them out of the apple cider vinegar, and I will lay them up on the table and get right back with you. Alrighty, so I got those out of the vinegar, and let's go give them a spray and a little bit of washing. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking these. I'm going to re-dip them down into this vinegar and just start scrubbing them. Alrighty, so I got these here. What I'm just going to do is just take them, use this vinegar, and just start scrubbing some of this stuff off. And you can see clearly this is one of the rusted ones that I had. I mean, that thing was jacked up and you could clearly see it. And most of the rust is all off of these. I don't necessarily have to get all the rust off. It doesn't have to be perfect because I want a little bit of rust on there anyway. Give the paint something to adhere to. But I'm going to give them a little bit of a scrub. And then I'm going to move on and just continue to do that with all of them. So you can see, and although of course there's still a little bit of rust on these, which isn't a bad thing, these are so much better than they were when I first started with them. So, and this dog proof I already had, and this little leg hold I already had, and these two little small 110s I also had previously. So I'm going to end up respray painting all of those as well. But so from these right here on, I purchased these off of a buddy who used to do trapping, who's gotten out of it now. I paid 20 bucks for all of them in that nice little bucket. Just a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of time, and this is going to be well worth the $20 I spent on them. Alrighty, so I got these pretty well clean. I'm gonna let them sit out and dry a little bit. I haven't decided if I'm gonna soak them again. I may decide to get some kind of rust remover and kind of soak them again. I'm not sure, but now comes letting them dry, and if I choose not to do that, I'm just gonna spray paint them, and that's always worked well for me. I've got a couple here on the end, 3 of them here on the end that I've spray painted, and I used them last year, and they worked fantastic. So I'm either going to dip these again in some kind of rust remover, or I'm just going to go ahead and spray paint them. But whatever I decide to do, I'll show that later. So thank you for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and this is Richard, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.